Hi guys, how are y'all? Welcome to Learning with Lennie, lesson 11. Okay, so today I really want to talk to you guys a little bit more about a game. Okay, so the game is actually called football. I'm sure everybody everywhere in the world knows football, right? Um, some places you call it um, maybe soccer. So here in Malaysia, we call it football. Um, so what I just want to share with you is how can I relate this game to what um, what we can do together and how we can actually help each other as well. Okay, so as you know, football requires certain number of people on the field who kick a ball and make sure that they have the same motive and the same skill sets, in order to be good. And the thing about football is it is so well known around the world that it's actually one of the most uh, profitable games because of the back end as well, which is merchandising, um, ticket sales, all these kind of things actually allows it to be great, right? So, how do I want to relate this to our working life and our life in moving forward as well? Okay, so this is basically, just to show you how a football field would actually look like. So the first question I just want to raise here is how long is the game? So everybody knows that football, one half of the game is 45 minutes, right? And a full game would be 90 minutes. Okay. Now, if at all the score is 0-0, what happens is it goes into overtime, and then maybe a penalty shootout. Okay, but a full game would be 90 minutes. Okay, so what I just want to say here is so the thing is, how long is the game? It's 90 minutes, right? Okay, so just keep that in mind first. Okay, what is the motive of the game? Okay, so the motive of the game is to basically score goals. Okay, so the motive of the game here is to score goals. The more goals you have, the better you are. The more goals individual scores, the more he gets paid. So we've got to always understand that at the end of the day, what is the motive of the game? It is basically to score um, goals. Okay, so that's really really important. Okay, and how do you achieve these goals? So it's called teamwork. Okay, okay. So if you want to achieve the goal, it's got to be teamwork, right? So it's basically from the goalkeeper who passes it to the guy on the field, and from one person, he dribbles the ball and then he passes it on to his teammates, and then they pass it on. They keep dribbling from the opponents, and then at the end of it, they hit the ball, and basically, if it goes in the net, it's a goal. All right. As easy as it sounds, it's also difficult because it all depends on your skill set, right? Because the better you are at dribbling, it becomes better at how you can pass it to your teammate. Now, if let's say you're trying to dribble and the opponent takes the ball away from you, then you've got a danger of the opponent scoring on your side, right? So, this whole game, football, is all about teamwork. If you have an individual who is going out and just playing themselves and trying to score the goals themselves as well, it's selfish. At the same time, it's not ethical in terms of um, a sport. Okay, a sport is always about, so why there is so many people playing this sport is only because of teamwork. Okay, so you get to play, pass, and score. Okay, and that's how it works. So how do I want to relate football to our daily life, right? Okay, so how long is the game? It's 90 minutes. Now the question here is, can you be successful in 90 minutes? Probably not. Can you be successful in a day? Probably not. Can you be successful in a month? Probably not. Okay, but can you be successful is the question mark, and that answer is yes. Okay, so as long as you're willing to give yourself a timeline, and that timeline should not be 90 minutes or 1 day or 1 month. Okay, the timeline should be like, what do you want to achieve over the next 1 year? Okay, so the first thing is, how long is the game? It's 90 minutes, right? So they know in 90 minutes, that 90 minutes they have is to score goals, right? So the same thing for you, you should always be able to um, tell yourself that I have a timeline. My timeline is, okay, if I'm going to do something new, if I'm going to sell a new product, I need to give myself a timeline of how fast or how long does it take me to see results, right? So the results can be 3 months, the results can be 6 months, the results can be 1 year. Now, in any business, normally when you start up a business, there is always a projection plan, right? So the projection plan is normally in the first 3 years is not about making profit. It's basically to sustain the business, and after the third year is when you actually see profit, right? So it's the same thing for an individual person. The individual has to understand that you must have a timeline towards anything you want to do. Okay, what is the motive of the game? The game is, is basically to score goals. So in reality, you've got to have goals as well. Okay, and in reality, you've got to be able to plan out and know that those goals can be achieved. Okay, now if you don't achieve that goals within the timeline, it's okay. At least you know you've progressed to whichever, and you can amend those goals, and you can actually go to the next part of it, of how you want to achieve these goals as well. Okay, so it's really important. And the third thing here is, how do you achieve those goals? Okay, which is teamwork. Now, can you do things yourself? Definitely no. Okay, so the only thing you can do is, you can sit down, you can plan, you can focus, you can think ahead, and you can basically um, have a whole business plan of where you want to be. Now, in order to achieve that business plan, in order to achieve that individual goal, you've got to have people to help you out. Okay, nothing. You know, the pyramid wasn't built by one person. It was built by so many people who actually worked hard to make it happen. Okay, but it was an idea by somebody, right? So it's the same thing. You are the individual who have all these goals, plans, and stuff, right? But it's always about a team. So you've got to have your administrator, you've got to have your sales guys, you've got to have your marketing people, you've got to have your finance, you've got to have your procurement. All these people come together to make a business successful. So it's the same thing as you having a few friends, where you plan out what you want to do, have that goal, have that teamwork together, be stronger at a plan, be stronger at your own strengths, because that is what is going to make you move forward. So remember that, work as a team to help each other. So this whole topic here is all about understanding yourself, understanding your goals, understanding your timeline, but most importantly is understanding your team. Okay, because together everyone achieves more. Okay, so this is all about teamwork, and this topic is all about teamwork, how you want to have a team, how you be successful with your team, how you make profits with your team, how you are successful because of your team. So remember that together everyone achieves more. Okay, so this is really important, because when you work together, you're stronger together. Okay, when you work individually, again, you might fail a lot more, but when you work together, you'll have a lot more understanding of how things can actually go better. Okay, so it's really important for you to understand that working as a team is always better. But even because you are the person, you are the backbone of the company, you are the person who created the company, you are the person who created yourself, you're the person who has that goal, the plan, the focus, everything. But when you work together as a team, you can all become focused, you can all understand your roles, you can all understand where you're heading to, and always remember that together everyone will achieve more. Okay, so I hope this helped you out. I hope it's a little bit of understanding for you to focus and get to know what you want, and from there learn how to have the right people with you so that you can actually move forward. Okay, so if this has brought any value to you as well, I do hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe, and keep the comments coming. It's been great having so much of comments. I appreciate it so much, so I look forward to a lot more. So two things I just want to leave you with in terms of becoming successful. The first thing here is enthusiasm sells. Okay, so if you're not excited about what you want to do, nobody's going to be excited for you. Nobody can be excited with you, because it's not going to work out. Okay, so the same thing when I first started this off, it's all about being excited to help people, because every like that I get, every comment that I get more excited because it allows me to help you, and you are helping everybody else. So that's great. So remember, enthusiasm sells. Okay, nothing else. You are the person who makes things happen, right? Smile always. This is something we always forget to do. Okay, which is smiling. Smiling allows you to move to a direction where it's all about a positive environment. Okay, when you meet somebody, smile. When you see a person in the lift, smile. When you know when you're even at a drive-through, smile. Okay, you never know, you might make the other person actually go like, wow, at least this guy's happy, he's smiling, it puts a smile on my face. Okay, so remember, to be successful is you having that smile first of all. Okay, so I hope this helped you out. Once again, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Your help is actually helping people to also stay focused during these difficult times. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll see you in the next lesson. See you guys.